Hello there. Mannequin introduces a suspenseful and clever multiplayer concept, and honestly, it's breathing a little bit of fresh air into the Quest's VR library. At first glance, it might seem simple. You're either an agent hunting down mannequins, or one of the mannequins themselves, blending in among frozen humans until the moment strikes. But beneath this surface is a tension-filled game that constantly keeps you on edge. As an agent, you're wandering through environments where any of the frozen figures around you could suddenly lunge at you, while as a mannequin, your objective is simple: freeze, stalk, and strike. This dynamic of anticipation and dread, combined with the stark contrast between the agent's cautious exploration and the mannequin's predatory stillness, brings an unsettling atmosphere to the game. It feels reminiscent of certain asymmetrical multiplayer VR experiences like Panoptic, where two sides use different strategies and have different abilities. Here, though, the tension is cranked up a notch because you never know exactly when danger will strike. Mannequin's gameplay offers more depth than it might first appear. What starts as a straightforward hide-and-seek game quickly develops into a mind game where both teams need to rely on strategy and communication. As a mannequin, one of the most enjoyable elements is setting traps. For example, one mannequin could purposely get caught moving, luring agents into the open where others are waiting in ambush. The mannequins have a short dash ability, so the moment they get close to an agent, it's usually game over. For agents, though, it's not so simple. Their detection equipment can help spot moving mannequins, but they have to be careful with their shots. Accidentally shooting a real frozen human instead of a mannequin means that their gun jams, leaving them vulnerable to attack. This constant balancing act keeps the stakes high. I found this part of the gameplay particularly satisfying, especially with how easy it is to slip up as an agent if you're overconfident. What really makes Mannequin stand out is the emphasis on teamwork. Even after you're killed and turned into a ghost, you can continue helping your team by scouting out mannequins or agents and communicating their locations. This keeps the experience engaging even after death, similar to how Echo VR kept stunned players involved with team coordination even when they were actually out of action. The revive mechanic also adds another layer of strategy, with the potential for thrilling comebacks if your teammates are quick on their feet. Visually, Mannequin does an excellent job at crafting an eerie atmosphere. The stylistic graphics complement the gameplay well, with its frozen humans scattered in mid-movement, as if life just paused around you. This is enhanced by little details like objects suspended in the air as though frozen in time, reminding me a bit of the surreal environments in Into the Radius, where floating objects give an otherworldly feel. The color palette strikes a balance between vibrant and unsettling, creating environments that feel frozen in more ways than one. That said, the levels can start to feel somewhat repetitive. While the frozen environments are distinct, they don't vary much between rounds, and the art style, while effective, could benefit from more diverse settings. Hopefully, future updates bring more variety to the maps, which would help keep things fresh for players long-term. If the graphics set the mood, the audio in Mannequin makes it essential to your survival. Spatial and locational audio play a huge role, especially if you're playing as a mannequin. Your ears are your best defense, letting you track the movements of agents by listening for their footsteps or the beeping of their detection equipment. There's a strong sense of tension as you're frozen in place, relying on sound alone to plan your next move. On the flip side, agents need to pay close attention to the same auditory cues, using them to pinpoint mannequin movements. The audio design is exceptional here, elevating the suspense and making every game feel like a high-stakes dance of patience and precision. The way sound influences your decisions adds to the immersive quality of the game, making it as much about listening as it is about looking. Like many multiplayer VR games, Mannequin's longevity will largely depend on its community. The game has all the tools to be successful: a fun and accessible concept, depth for strategy lovers, and enough tension to keep things interesting. However, whether it thrives or falters will come down to the player base. During our time playing, we noticed a mix of younger players and casual gamers, which isn't surprising given the straightforward mechanics. The game doesn't demand the kind of dedication you'd expect from more hardcore VR experiences like Population 1 or Onward. It's the kind of game where you can jump in for a few rounds and still feel like you've had a good time. But without a solid community to keep the lobbies full and the matches engaging, could be tough for Mannequin to sustain long-term appeal. For all its positives, Mannequin does have one major flaw that threatens to undermine its long-term replayability. The frozen NPCs are not randomized between rounds. Once you've memorized where the real frozen humans are, playing as an agent becomes significantly easier. If you have a good visual memory, like I kind of do, you'll quickly start recognizing which figures are NPCs, making it much harder for mannequins to blend in. This is something I pointed out during playtesting, and I was surprised to see that it hadn't been addressed in the latest update. Randomizing the placement of NPCs seems like a no-brainer for a game like this, where unpredictability is key to maintaining suspense. Until this is fixed, the game risks losing its edge for more observant players, and this could turn away some of its more dedicated audience.
Yeah, me too.
Mannequin is a unique and suspenseful multiplayer experience that brings a fresh concept to the quest's lineup. The game offers moments of high tension and strategic depth, with its simple yet effective mechanics. The graphics, while not groundbreaking, do create a memorable atmosphere, and the audio design is top-notch, integral to the core gameplay. That said, its future success depends on two key factors: the community and continued updates. If the player base stays active and the developers address some of the current issues, particularly the non-randomized NPCs, Mannequin could become a go-to casual multiplayer experience. For now, it's an entertaining game with lots of potential, and with a free trial available that lets you play for 30 minutes, there's little reason not to give it a shot. Whether you're a kid looking for some fun or an adult who enjoys casual strategic gaming, Mannequin could fit the bill. Overall, 7 out of 10. But I'd happily give it a 7.5 if they added NPC randomization. So, if you're watching this at some point in the future, maybe it's Christmas of 2024, maybe it's a little bit into 2025, when that's been done, then it's a 7.5, damn it. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful day.